Pygmalion. Act 4 Summary by Hindi English Summary. Pygmalion Act 1, 2 and 3 has already been covered. Watch the Act 3 summary before this to understand the flow of the story. The link for the previous act is provided in the description below. Check it out. It's also provided in the comment section too. Let's proceed to Act 4. Key characters are Eliza Doolittle, Professor Henry Higgins, Colonel Pickering. Act 4 takes place in Professor Higgins' laboratory at Wimpole Street, late at night, after Eliza has successfully passed as a duchess at the ambassador's garden party. Higgins and Colonel Pickering return home in a state of great excitement, discussing the success of the experiment. They congratulate each other warmly and talk proudly about how brilliantly they managed Eliza's transformation. However, they completely ignore Eliza's feelings, treating her as if she were merely an experiment or an object. Meanwhile, Eliza enters quietly and sits down. She listens to their conversation, waiting, hoping, for a word of appreciation. But none comes. Not once do they thank her. Not once do they ask how she feels. To them, she is no longer a person, only a finished experiment. Higgins suddenly turns to Eliza and casually asks her to fetch his slippers, just as he always has. That small command breaks something inside her. After everything she has endured, the endless lessons, the scolding, the exhaustion, she is still being treated like a servant. Eliza stands up, trembling with anger and pain. In a sudden burst of emotion, she throws the slippers at Higgins. Her silence finally explodes into words. She tells him how hard she worked, how much she suffered, and how cruelly she has been treated. The success of the evening, she says, was not just his achievement, it was hers. Higgins is shocked, then annoyed. He laughs off her feelings and argues that he treats everyone badly, so she should not complain. He insists that she should be grateful to him for lifting her out of poverty and turning her into a lady. But Eliza now sees the truth. She asks a question that changes everything. What is to become of me now? She cannot go back to selling flowers, and she does not belong in high society either. Higgins dismisses her worries, suggesting she can marry or find work, as if her future were a small matter. This hurts Eliza deeply. She realizes that Higgins never cared about her as a human being. With quiet determination, she declares that she will no longer depend on him. She speaks of Freddie, who truly admires her, and even suggests that she could learn Higgins' own phonetics skills to earn a living. As the night ends, Eliza is no longer the obedient student. She is confused, hurt, but awake to her own self-worth. Higgins, on the other hand, remains proud and unaware, unable to understand the emotional storm he has created. And so Act 4 ends, not with celebration, but with conflict, marking the moment when Eliza begins her journey toward independence and identity. Thank you, and do subscribe to our channel to get more such videos.